Hey, welcome back. This is just a quick follow-up to the Indexable weak groove cutter video that I did last time, where I built this weak groove cutter that uses reground VCMT inserts. And now the job came back, so I have to make a few more parts, and I want to show you the basic setup. I'm using the same jig that I used on the shaper, which is just a piece of cold rolled with a few dowel pins in it for alignment. So the part sits straight in the jig. The whole plate is clamped in a vise with two blocks here to bridge the screw down here, because this would interfere with the movable jaw of the vise. And setup is quite simple. Take the part, load it in here past all these clamps and screws. Make sure it rests on the pins. And then you tighten down the screws. Doesn't need a whole lot of torque. Just me using my thumb on the short end of an Allen wrench is way enough torque, just like this. Otherwise you risk damaging the relatively soft PVC. I'm running the cutter at 300 RPM at a feed of roughly 300 millimeters per minute, 10 inches per minute, I guess, something like that. And I'm using the Fogbuster minimum quantity lubrication to help the cut. Otherwise, the very soft and very low melting point PVC would just gum up and smear up, which is really annoying. And I'm running normal coolant on a very low mix, like 5% oil in water mixture. Okay, we are clear of the part. Now I'm just moving in my 9.5 millimeters. My height is already set. On the end of the cut, I stop the spindle, turn off the coolant, and I reverse the feed so it travels back. I do not have rapid on this machine, so just leave it have it go back on normal feed. One cut takes roughly 1 minute, one pass. And after one pass, this certain slot is done. While it moves back, I will drop the C height to the next slot. And wait for the table to move over. Again, that's about a minute. It would be nice if I could use the return movement for something useful, but it is what it is. And it's still going pretty darn fast. About a minute to cut one slot and then another minute to return. That's still faster than on the shaper, I have to say, unfortunately. As much as I like the shaper, this is faster. I wish I could say the shaper was faster. Finish on the shaper was a bit nicer for sure. Check for clearance, good. yeah, and now it's just a matter of taking one cut after the other until I'm done. And there we go. That's all the slots in this one part. Finish is way better than running it dry. I still get a little bit of burr. The deburring goes very fast. I will just hit the edges with a razor or with a card scraper, something like that. But apart from that, works very fine. Works very well. No problem from work holding perspective. You see those two can twist style clamps back here. I have a large backing plate back here that I clamped it against to stiffen it up, just for safety. I don't think it's really necessary, but better be on the safe side. Here is one of the parts after deburring. It's hard to show, but as you can see, the finish inside the slots is pretty decent. And once these parts are assembled, you cannot see into the grooves anyway. You see only this face end here. And this is pretty decent looking too. No burrs, because I start from this side obviously. So the cut pulls the burr away from the edge that you can see. Yeah, that's the finish. So, I hope you enjoyed this quick follow-up. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.